BMW M2 versus Porsche Macan Turbo might not strike you as the most obvious rivals to time and compare around a racetrack. After all, the M2 costs 44 grand to the Porsche's 62 grand, and in terms of concept, it couldn't really be more different compared with the four-wheel drive, go anywhere, do anything Macan Turbo. And yet in a straight line at least, they are all but inseparable. And we all know what a freak of nature the 395 bhp Macan Turbo is when it comes to going around corners. So going with the M2 first then, which is quickest around our track at Lando?
Right, M2 versus Porsche Macan Turbo is definitely one of the weirder track battles that we've ever done. But there is a bit of logic behind it, and apart from anything else, I just really wanted to see which would go quicker around this little track out of the thundering powerhouse of a machine that is the Macan Turbo and this much more dainty, almost as powerful M2. So it's kind of David versus Goliath. I mean, the Porsche weighs 2 tons. The M2 weighs 1,570 kilograms, so you're talking about 430 kilograms difference, but the Porsche does have more poke and it has four-wheel drive. So who knows? Let's see. The lap starts in the M2 here. We know all about the M2 already around here, and it's a delight. It really is an absolute delight. The difficult bit is resisting the temptation to light the rear tyres up everywhere and just basically grin your way around the circuit. Gosh, it's proper fast down that back straight, it really is. But it's just so nicely composed through that chicane and through this final corner. I can't believe that the Macan will get anywhere near the M2 around here today. But let's see, because the M2's lap time is, there you go, 46.1 seconds.
The M2's time of 46.19 seconds is, it must be said, pretty tasty. But does that also mean it's faster than the similarly equipped, more potent, but much heavier Macan Turbo as well?
Righty-ho, here we go in the Macan Turbo. I love this thing, I absolutely love this thing. Even though it weighs a couple of tons, it feels a little bit like a wild animal. It's just so fast for an SUV. It's just utterly ridiculously fast. It's got a really good gearbox. Disguises its weight just brilliantly. And the four-wheel drive system. Okay, there's a little bit of understeer. Oh, that's too wide around there a little bit. No, it's all right. It's kind of hung on nicely there. 550 newton meters of torque is what this thing is all about. And the ability to monster any curb. I mean, through a corner like this, you get on the power early enough, it starts to send it to the back wheels. Oh, I don't think it's going to be far off the M2, you know. I really don't. Oh, that's just outrageous. It is slower than the M2, but only by, what's that, four and a bit tenths.
So there you have it. The M2 beats the Macan Turbo by just over half a second in the end. But actually, if you stop and think about what that really means for a moment, it's an utterly ridiculous achievement for the Porsche. But then again, the Macan Turbo truly is a freak of engineering, and the M2 remains one of the very best sports cars sensible money can buy in 2016. Click on the video windows to watch a track battle between the M2 and the new Focus RS, or watch a first drive of the M2 itself. Click on the play icon to watch our latest video, or on our logo to subscribe.